Okay, today we are going to discuss about the affirmative and negative sentences. It's also one of the most important topic, and we are going to start our lesson and discuss the rules and when to use, when to convert affirmative into negative, and which are the rules which apply. So let's begin our lesson. Now, the interchange of negative and affirmation sentences is called transformation. Means we are going to convert positive sentences into negative. And if you want to convert negative sentences into positive. Now, let us first discuss what are affirmative sentences. Affirmative sentences are positive by nature. In other words, you can say like meaningful expression without negation. Now, what is negation means? No, not, never, nothing, nobody. Affirmative sentences पॉजिटिव होते हैं अपने नेचर में. इसका मतलब है हमें कोई चीज मीनिंगफुल कुछ समझ आ जाए कोई थॉट सेंटेंस में, लेकिन उसमें कोई नो नॉट ऐसी चीज ना हो जिसमें ना का जिक्र हो. For example, Zara loves drinking juice. Now, over here, Zara loves drinking juice. There is nothing negative about it. Simple sentence hai कि Zara loves drinking juice. Now, what is negative sentence? Negative sentence is the opposite of positive, means opposite of affirmative. It is negative by nature. And there are negation in the sentences like नो नॉट नेवर नथिंग नोबडी. सेंटेंस में नो भी आ सकता है, नॉट भी आ सकता है, नेवर भी आ सकता है, नथिंग भी आ सकता है, नोबडी भी आ सकता है. Let's just have an example. The same sentence we are going to convert into negative. Zara does not hate drinking juice. Now over here not is there, so it denotes, it indicates that it's a negative sentence. I hope now you are very clear with the concept of affirmative and negative sentences. Affirmative is a positive sentence and there is no, not, these words are not present. But negative sentence has its own features with the help of no, not, never, nothing, nobody. We just construct the sentence. Let us see this comparison. The same thing I told you. Affirmative and negative. Affirmative is positive by nature and we have no negation. The words like no, not, never, nothing, nobody. And negative sentences are negative by nature and it has negations like no, not, never, nothing, nobody. Now, I wanted you to go through the sentences. He can run fast. Now, this is an affirmative sentence. And if we just convert this into negative, you're going to say, he cannot run fast. Okay. She works at bookstore. Affirmative sentence hai. She does not works at bookstore. Because works is a present tense, so we are going to use does not. He liked to eat nuggets. He did not like to eat nuggets. Over here, liked means he used to like nuggets. It means it's a past tense, so we are going to use past tense. I hope it's very clear. Now let us just discuss some rules, basic rules for converting affirmative sentence into negative. And there are very simple rules. If you memorize them, it will be easier for you. कुछ रूल्स जो एफर्मेटिव को चेंज करने में, सेंटेंस को एफर्मेटिव से नेगेटिव चेंज करने में कुछ बेसिक रूल्स होते हैं. अब अभी हम लोग वो डिस्कस करेंगे. लेट अस डिस्कस. नाउ इन बेसिक रूल्स देयर आर two things. Number one, you have to read the sentence carefully and you have to find in the sentence if there's an adjective, if there's an adverb or a verb, and you have to change it into antonyms, means opposites. Remember, the first rule is you have to read the sentence, and if there it carries adjective, adverb, or verb, you have to change these words into opposite, into antonyms. Number two, you have to make sure the appropriate negative words are placed at appropriate place. You have to make sure that appropriate negative words at appropriate place means सही जगह पे सही negative word लगाना. Now these are few words: not, no, none, nothing, not mention, not more, then not less than, nor, not only, not no sooner, neither. These are all words which we can use to make a sentence negative. Now, let me just give you examples. He is a rich man. Now, please find out if there's any adjective in this sentence. Yes, it's rich. Now, rich is an adjective, and we have to change it in opposite. Now, opposite of rich is poor. So, we are going to convert rich into poor, and then we are going to insert or add any negative word, that is not. Like he is not a poor man. See, we have added not, and we have changed the rich into poor with the help of opposite, because it's an adjective. ये एडजेक्टिव है, रिच एडजेक्टिव है, क्वालिटी है, इसको हमने चेंज कर दिया है, इसका हमने ऑपोजिट लगाया है जो पुअर है, गरीब है, इसके साथ हमने नॉट भी लगा लिया. The second example is he drove the car fast. Over here, he drove the car fast. There is no adjective, but fast is an adverb and drove is in past tense. So we are going to convert fast, the word fast. We are going to find out the opposite of fast, which is slow. And we are going to convert the affirmative sentence into negative, but in past tense, because drove jo hai past tense hai. And please remember, we cannot use two past tense words together. हम दो word past tense के साथ नहीं use कर सकते. He did not drive. Drove, drive change हो जाएगा present tense में. The car fast. Now over here, fast is used as an adverb. So we are going to put ly also to make it an adverb. He didn't drive the car slowly. He didn't drive the car slowly. Okay, we'll move towards the third example. He dislikes drinking milk. Now over here, we couldn't find adjective, adverb, but yes, verb is present, dislikes. So we are going to convert it into opposite. The opposite of dislike is likes, and it is a present tense. So we are going to use the word does not. He does not like milk. Now we are going to move towards another rule. Now, as I told you, in a sentence, you have to find an adjective, adverb, and verb and change it into its opposite. Now, suppose in a sentence, there is no adjective, no adverb, but verb is there, but there's no opposite of that word. Then in grammar, there's a rule that we are going to add fail or miss. We are going to add fail or miss to the main verb. Now, fail is mostly used, commonly used, and we don't use miss much, but both can be used. And then use of verb, there's an infinite use of verb. Like we are going to add to help, to use, like this. Now, let me just share this example. They saw movie with their friends. Now, saw over here is a verb. We don't have adjective, we don't have adverb over here. But you see, we don't have any opposite of saw, which we can use over here. They saw movie with their friends. इसमें कोई adjective नहीं है, इसमें कोई एडवर्ब नहीं है, लेकिन वर्ब है। लेकिन वर्ब का हम ऑपोजिट नहीं लगा सकते, इसलिए हम फेल को इसमें ऐड करेंगे। मेन वर्ब के अब पहले हम फेल और मिस को यूज करेंगे। ये 100 है, 100 का मतलब है ये पास्ट टेंस है, तो उसके लिए हम डिड नॉट यूज करेंगे और 100 को हम सी में कन्वर्ट कर देंगे। फाइन, don't get confused. We are going to first of all add fail, and then we are going to put to see because it's a verb. And for the negation, we are going to use past tense as it is a past tense sentence. See, they did not fail to see movie with their friends. Both the sentences have the same meaning, same sense. The first one is affirmative, the second one is negative, but both the sense of the sentence and the meaning of the sentence is same. Now consult the doctor. Over here again, we don't have adjective, adverb, but we have verb. Now, what do you think? Anything coming in your mind about consult? The opposite of consult? No. So we are going to use again fail, and we are going to use infinite verb, that is to consult. And for negation, we are going to use do not. Okay? Because this imperative sentence, we don't have any uh, first person, second person. So we are going to use as a you. Don't fail to consult the doctor. Now see, don't fail. We have added fail to consult. As I told you, we are going to add the infinite verb, that is to consult the doctor. Okay, moving forward, I'll tell you there are certain words which also need to be changed when it comes to negative sentences. Now, only, alone, merely. Now, these are words which we use in a sentence, and if we want to change that into a negative sentence, then we are going to use these words. None but, nothing but, not more than, not less than. Acha, alone and merely are used uh, for like suppose when they are used for a person alone, and merely when they are used for a person we add none but, none but when these three words are used for any object, any activity, then we put nothing but. And if we are talking about the quantity given, then we use not more than, not less than. Only, alone, merely, ये तीन लफ्ज हैं, इनकी जगह पे हम none but, nothing but, not more than, not less than यूज कर सकते हैं. लेकिन जब हम किसी पर्सन के बारे में बात कर रहे हो तो हम नन बट लगाते हैं. लेकिन जब कोई एक्टिविटी हो, कोई चीज के बारे में बता रहे हो, तो हम नथिंग बट लगाते हैं. इसी तरह जब कोई गिनने वाली चीज के बारे में हो तो और हमें नेगेटिव में चेंज करना हो तो हम लगाते हैं नॉट मोर देन, नॉट लेस देन. ठीक. नाउ देयर आर फ्यू एग्जांपल्स. लेट अस जस्ट ट्राई दिस. Only a fool can say like this. If we change this, we are talking about a person. एक person के बारे में बोल रहे हैं. So we are going to write down like none but a fool can say like this. Okay. None but a fool can say like this. He loves only dancing. Now over here, dancing is an activity. We are not directly referring to he. We are referring to the dancing. And it's a objective part of the sentence. So we are not going to make it negative with none but we are going to make it with nothing but. He loves nothing but dancing. In the same way, He was watching merely a video. Now, video over here is an object and it's an activity. So, again, for the activity, we are going to write down he was watching nothing but a video. The last one, the last example which I have chosen for you, I have only 2 shirts. Over here, we are discussing about the quantity of the shirts. And as I told you before, when we are discussing about the quantity of anything, we are going to add not more than, not less than. I have only 2 shirts. I have not more than 2 shirts. Let's move further. I hope you are understanding the chapter lesson. Now, there are certain words which are replaced with other words like must and both, always. Now, whenever a sentence carries must, it is going to be replaced with cannot help. Okay? Cannot help. The exact word cannot help. Then, when we have a sentence which carries and both together, then we have not only, but if it's single and, we are going to use but also. Always is going to be converted into never. We are discussing affirmative sentences into negative. How to change affirmative sentences in negative. And these are important facts and important rules which apply to convert these sentences. Must जो है cannot help में change हो जाएगा. And और both जब साथ आएगा तो not only में change हो जाएगा. And अगर अकेला आता है तो but also, और always never में change हो जाएगा. Now let's discuss the first sentence. थोड़ा सा इसमें एक tricky है ये sentence. We must do our duty. We are going to change we cannot help doing our duty. इसमें ing add हो जाएगा. We are going to add ing. Okay. We cannot help doing our duty. We are going to add doing to make the tense proper. Both Sammy and Asan went to see the farm. Now both, because and is also there, so we are going to say not only Sammy but also Asan went to see the farm. Here we don't need to insert or change anything. We are going to use not only and but also. He always helps the needy. Always is going to be changed into never, and helps does not have any opposites. So we are going to write down he never fails to help needy. Remember, I told you we can add fails when we do not have opposite. Helps does not have any opposite over here. So we are going to add fails, and to help is an infinite verb which we are going to have. I hope I made myself very clear, and the concept of affirmative into negative is little bit of clear, because this is part 1, and inshallah I'll uh, share part 2 soon, because there are other rules and for applying to affirmative and negative sentences. But before I wind up the class, I have framed out a very simple exercise for you people, so you can just clear the concept. Let me read the sentence and then I'll pause for a while, and then I'll give you the answers. My shirt is loose. Only good girls get good marks. He loves all. He found him dishonest. The question is easy. He saw the Taj. He helped me in my needs. We should obey our parents. Just remember the rules. First, you have to check adjective, then adverb, and then verb, and change it into opposite. But suppose if you don't have anything like opposites of verb, then you are going to add fail or miss and use the infinite verb. After that, the use of no, in place of only, merely, none, everything is being shared with you. Must is changed into cannot, and always into never. So just Take a little bit of your time and try to complete the exercise. Hope you have done it. Now let's check the answers before I wind up the class. My shirt is not tight. None, but good girls get good marks. He does not hate all. He didn't find him honest. The question is,